जय श्री कृष्ण गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त। हरे कृष्ण, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is a Tuesday. It is 14th of October. It is Kartika Masa, Damodara Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Navami Tithi. So there are three events today. So one is the appearance day of Radha Kund, and second event is the appearance day of Shri Veerabhadra, and third event is the Bahulastami day. So there are three events. So we shall read a few lines from Islam.com. So about the Veerabhadra. Shri Veerabhadra Goswami Prabhu. So he is the son of Nityananda Prabhu. So Shri Veerachandra Veerabhadra Prabhu appeared on the 9th day of dark fortnight of month of Kartika. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has given this description of him in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 11th chapter verses 8 to 12. After Nityananda Prabhu, the greatest branch is Veerabhadra Goswami, who also has innumerable branches and sub-branches. It is not possible to describe them all. Although Veerabhadra Goswami was the supreme personality of Godhead, he presented himself as a great devotee. And although the supreme Godhead is transcendental to all Vedic injunctions, he strictly followed the Vedic rituals. He is the main pillar of the hall of devotional service erected by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He knew within himself that he acted as the Supreme Lord Vishnu, but externally he was prideless. It is by the mercy of Sri Veerabhadra Goswami that people all over the world now have the chance to chant the names of Chaitanya and Nityananda. I therefore take shelter of the lotus feet of Veerabhadra Goswami, so that by his mercy, my great desire to write Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita will be properly guided. Sri Veerabhadra Goswami is the son of Nityananda Prabhu and the disciple of Sri Jahnava Mata. His mother is Srimati Vasudha Devi. In the Gaura Ganodesha Deepika, it is described that Sri Veerachandra Prabhu is an incarnation of Shirodaka Sai Vishnu, one of the expansions of Sankarsana. He is thus not different from Lord Chaitanya himself. Okay, so there is further pastimes of Veerabhadra Prabhu, but I will share in the group later on. And then moving on to the next is the appearance day of Radha Kunda. So here, Radha Kunda, it is described by within the whenever in this world there were great manifestations of love between Radha and Krishna. Not only was it an extraordinary experience for those who were present there, but actually that entire place also became transformed. Various places in Vrindavana where Radha and Krishna had great exchanges of love are very potent with powerful mercy that becomes available to us all. The appearance of Radha Kunda and the lake of Srimati Radharani is the most special occasion, as it is said that Radha Kunda is the most sacred space in the entire universe because it is made of liquid prema, pure love of Radha and Krishna, who perform many pastimes on the banks of those sacred waters. In the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a little anecdote given by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur on the appearance of Radha Kunda. Krishna at one point killed the demon Aristasura that appeared in the form of a bull. Aristasura was a great demonic personality who took a form of the bull and came to kill residents of Vrindavan. But then Krishna killed him. At that point, the innocent young gopis said, "Ah, Krishna, do not touch us, O killer of the bull. Alas, even though Aristasura was a terrible demon, still he was a male cow. So you will have to undergo atonement, just as Lord Indra did after killing Vritrasura. But how can you purify yourself without taking trouble of visiting every single holy place in the three worlds? Krishna replied to them, why should I have to wander throughout the entire universe? I will at once bring all the countless pilgrimage places here and take my bath in them. Just watch. Lord Mukunda struck his heel on the ground and said, this is the water from the Ganga river coming from the Patala region. Now, O holy places, all of you, please come here. When the Supreme Personality of God had spoken these words, all the holy places appeared before him. Krishna then addressed the gopis. See all the holy places? But the gopis replied, we don't see them as you have described. Then the presiding deities of all the holy places, joining their palms in supplication, spoke up. I am the salt ocean. I am the ocean of milk. I am the river Sindhu. I am the Tamraparni. I am the holy place Pushkar. I am the river Saraswati. We are Yamuna, Godavari, and Reva rivers. And also the confluence of rivers at Prayag, just to see our waters. Then, after purifying himself by bathing in their waters, Lord Hari became quite arrogant and said, I produced a pond that contains all the various holy places, whereas you gopis never executed any religious duties on this earth for the pleasure of Lord Narayana. Then Srimati Radharani addressed her gopi friend as follows. I must create an even more beautiful form, so please go to work. Having heard these words, the gopi saw that Aristasura's hosts have dug up a shallow ditch just west of the Krishna's pond, and at that nearby spot, all the gopis started digging lumps of earth. In this way, a divine pond manifested in an hour. Krishna was astonished to see the lake they had produced. The gopis wanted to make a human chain from Mansi Ganga and fill the lake with its waters with the help of buckets. But Krishna was thinking that this would take too long, so he ordered all the holy waters to enter into the Radha Rani's kund. Thus, in Vrindavan, we have Shyamakund and Radhakund, divine lakes of Krishna and Srimati Radharani. Such eternal places that exist in the spiritual world are manifested within the material universe by the divine arrangement of the Supreme Lord in order to make this mercy widely available. These places are evenly accessible, at least to a degree, to the conditioned souls like us, and that is extraordinary. Such is the inconceivable mercy of the Lord. Okay, so that is about the Radha Kunda and Shama Kunda. So both have appeared on the same day. Okay, so that is about Radha Kunda. And then further, there is a Bahulastami. So this is about a sacred cow and a devotee of Krishna. And later that cow, it became one of the wives of Krishna. Krishna has given that benediction to the cow because of her truthfulness. So this beautiful pastime, Bahulastami is a beautiful pastime where the cow Bahula takes shelter of Krishna. On the bank of Krishna Kund in Vrindavan are deities of a cow and her calf, a Brahmana, a tiger, and Krishna, all of which remind pilgrims of the beautiful pastime of Bahula. Once the cow Bahula was peacefully grazing when a tiger attacked her. Bahula requested the tiger to allow her to return to her calf, feed it, and bid it farewell before it made a meal of her. Agreeing to her proposal, the tiger waited for her return. In the meantime, the cow went to her master, a Brahmana, uh, and to her calf and told them that what had happened. When they heard her pitiful story, they volunteered themselves to go in her place as a tiger's meal. Bahula declined their selfless offer, but in the end, all three, cow, calf, and Brahmana, returned to offer themselves to the tiger, who was delighted by this exceedingly favorable turn of events. While the tiger contemplated which victim to eat first, who should appear but Lord Krishna, the presiding deity of Dharma and the guardian of all the residents Braja. Holding his chakra in his hand, Krishna assured the tiger of everlasting fame if he were to show leniency to the cow and its skin for their truthful and honorable conduct. The tiger released Bahula from her promise, and the calf and Brahmana rejoiced on their mother being spared and felt blessed by Krishna's merciful intervention. Being so pleased with Bahula's truthfulness and integrity, Krishna named the forest after her Bahulavan and blessed her to become his consort. Thus, in her next birth, Bahula became one of Krishna's wives. This day was also named after her Bahulastami. And Bahlavan is considered by some Vaishnavas as the most sacred forest of all, for it includes the most sacred place of all, Sri Radha Kunda. Srila Rupa Goswami writes in his Upadeshamrita, um, so in the following verse, which confirms the superiority of Radha Kunda above any place. The holy place known as Madurai is spiritually superior to Vaikunta, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Madhurapuri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavan because of Krishna's Ras Leela pastimes. And superior to the forest of Vrindavana is the Govardhana hill, for it was raised by the divine hand of Sri Krishna and was site of his various loving pastimes. And above all, the super excellent Sri Radha Kunda stands supreme, for it is overflooded with the ambrosial nectarian prema of the Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna. Okay, so this is again, there is further pastimes also described on that one. Okay, these are about the three events from the ISKCON Desert perspective. Okay, we shall now move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Vidura is inquiring from Maitreya Rishi many questions. These are very intelligent questions. How can the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even though he is above all material nature, he comes here and perform pastimes, though for the sake of performing pastimes, how could he be free from the uh, material nature, three material modes of nature? And also some questions like even though the consciousness, the living entities with the pure consciousness, but they would not be contaminated. But how can, even though they are pure, how can they will be contaminated and entangled here in this material world? Can you please describe all these things to me, O Maitreya Rishi? Likewise, Vidura is asking questions. देशतः कालतो यो असौ अवस्थातः स्वतो अन्यतः अविलुप्ता अविलुप्त अवबोधात्म सयुज्येत अजया कथम सयुज्येत अजया कथम. So avabodhatma, this is pure consciousness. How can it will be entangled in this material world, in this material science? Likewise, Vidra is inquiring. And further today he is asking some more very interesting questions. We also have got and generally speak that, oh Maitreya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a super soul, he exists in the heart of all the living entities. But he knows everything. But why the living entity still he goes through so many of difficulties in his life? And likewise, this is very intelligent question. When the Lord is with all of us, why should we suffer? Vidra's question. Here we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 7, and verse number 6. भगवान् एक एवैष सर्वक्षेत्रेषु अवस्थितः अमुष्य ध्रुवगत्वं वा क्लेशो वा कर्मभिः कुतः. Bhagavan Eka Evaisha. Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Ekaha, he is alone, Eva Yeshaha, all this. Bhagavan Eka Evaisha, all this. Sarvakshetreshu Avastitaha, he is situated in the heart of all the living entities. Sarvakshetreshu Avastitaha. Amushya is whenever uh, he is situated in all the heart of all the living entities. Amushya Dhrubgatvam va Klesha va. And how can this misfortunate or the miseries Dhrubgatvam va Klesha va Karma bihi, and by these activities Kutaha. So what for? How can this would happen into the life of the living entities? So this is the question. So in our home, when we have father is all good, mother is all good for the children, and they do something, some activities, they will say, children, do here, do these things, and it will be good for your life. But children, they do not follow. Likewise, whenever Lord is also in the heart of all the living entities, how come these living entities go through the sufferings and then go through these unfortunate times? Dhrubagatvam va, klesho va, karma bihi kutaha, kutaha, what for? Vidra's question is very intelligent. And here, Vidra is a devotee of the Lord. He is asking this question. Sometimes devotees are so compassionate and kind. And previously, he was mentioning about Tan soche sochan vidhonu soche hare he kathayam vimukan ghena chinoti devu animishastu yesham ayurveda vada gati smriti nam. I'm uh, Tan socha. I'm lamenting about these living entities, how they are engaged themselves in the horrible works instead of hearing Krishna Katha. Tan socha sochan vidhona soche. Hare he kathayam vimukana khena. They are not interested in hearing Krishna Katha. Likewise, Vidura was lamenting in the fifth chapter, but we are in the seventh chapter. Here, he is asking questions. Even the Lord is in the heart of all living entities. Why they are going through so many sufferings, so many troubles? So it's a very intelligent question. भगवान एक एवैष सर्वक्षेत्रेषु अवस्थितः अमुष्य ध्रुवगत्वं वा क्लेशो वा कर्मभिः कुतः? The translation: the Lord as super soul is situated in every living being's heart. Why then do the living entities' activities result in misfortune and misery? Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request any voluntary devotees to read this purport, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat. May I please?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Thank you. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The next question put forward by Vidur to Maitreya is: why are the living entities subjected to so many miseries and misfortunate in spirit of the Lord's present in their hearts as the super soul? The body is considered a faithful tree, and the living entities and the Lord as the super soul. Super soul are like two birds seated in that tree. The individual soul is eating the fruits of the tree, but the super soul, the Lord, is witnessing the activities of the other birds. A citizen of the state may be in the misery for want of the sufficient supervision by the state authority. But how can it be possible that citizens suffers from other citizens while the chief of the state is personally present? From others' point of view, it is understood that the jiva living entity is qualitatively one with the Lord, and thus his knowledge is his knowledge is the pure state of life, cannot be covered by necessary. Prabhuji, how to pronounce this one? Niscience?
Nescience. Yes.
Niscience, yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Niscience, especially in the presence of the Supreme Lord. How then does the living entities become subjected to ignorance and covered by the influence of Maya? The Lord is the father and protectors of every living entities, and He is the known as the Bhuta. Bhuta. How to pronounce Prabhuji this one also, please?
Bhotabrut.
Bhuta Brut, or the maintainer of the living entities. Why then? Why then should the living entities? Sorry. Why then should the living entity be subjected to so many sufferings and the misery? Many, misfortunate. It should not be so, but actually we see that it happens everywhere. This question is therefore put forward by Vidura for solution. Thank you, Prabhuji. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So this is the question. Generally, we see, practically we see and experience. Even though it is not good and then it gives bad results, people still try to do it. They want to take a chance. They wanted to take a chance. They wanted to misuse their freedom. They wanted to misuse their free will and then entangle in this sinful activities. So, yata ghavanasi protaha tantyam bhaddha damabihi vaktantyam bhaddha namabihi vahanti bhalimishituhu. Living entities, they are tied up by their karmic actions and reactions. Yata gava nati protaha, just like a cow which is having a nose thread, and it is controlled by the nose thread. And then further, that nose thread is also having a long rope which is tied up to a fixed point or fixed rod, something like that, fixes up so that the cow cannot move. In such a way, Vaktantyam Baddha Namabihi, Vaktantyam. So, by the Vedic injunctions, everyone or Baddha is they are also conditioned. If you do like this, you will get bad reactions. You will be punished like this, but still they do it. Vahanti balimishituhu. Even the Vedic injunctions are there not to do any bad things. You need to follow the Shastra. Yah Shastra vidhim jhavattate kamakaratah na siddhim avapnoti na shantim na sukum na shantim param gatim. He would not get any peace or no ultimate benefit, anything, but still he would do it. Why it is so? So this is the questions of Vidura. Why are living beings subjected to many miseries and misfortunes in spite of the Lord's presence in their hearts as super soul? Here the Lord is there, but he is witnessing and everything. He gives the knowledge, he will give the forgetfulness, and he will get the remembrance. But why? It is the desire of the living entity. He wanted to lord it over material nature. That is the only thing. But he is the Kama Yesha, Krodha Yesha, Rajo Guna Samudbhavaha. Sometimes he is forcibly put up into that conditions. Forcibly, even though he does not like. Outside, he say that he does not like, but a deep desire, once upon a time, he desired it. So it has to come out. So that desire needs to be purified. That it is not possible for a one without any desires, but desires must be purified. So one must come and align with the all of his activities, his desires, dovetail with Krishna's desires. Then he will be happy. So the body is considered a fruitful tree, and the living entity and the Lord as super soul are like two birds seated in that tree. The individual soul is eating the fruit of the tree, but the super soul, the Lord, is witnessing the activities of the other bird. So this is Bhutendri Antahakaranat Pradhana Jiva Sanjitat. Pradhana Jiva Sanjitat, the individual living entity. Bhutendriya Antahakaranat. It is having the indriyas and senses and everything else. That is called Jiva. Atma Tata Prudakdrashta. Atma Tata Prudakdrashta Bhagavan Brahma Sanjitaha. Who is witnessing all the activities of the individual soul? It is the Bhagavan, a super soul. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Kruddheshe Junatistati. Brahmayan Sarvabhutani Yantra Rodani Maya. He is witnessing. Upadrashta Anumanta cha Bhatta Bhokta Maheshwaraha Paramatma Paramatmeti chapyukto Purushaha Prakrute Paraha. So the Lord is witnessing. He gives Upadrashta, he is the overseer. Anumanta, he gives the permission. Bhatta Bhokta Maheshwaraha, he is the Lord and he is the enjoyer. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. One who knows that Lord is supreme, then that is everything is peaceful. If he wanted to overcome that nature of the Lord, he wanted to lord it over material nature, then he will be entangled. He will be punished. Okay, so this is comparing in the from the in the Upanishad. It is said that the two birds are sitting. One bird is eating fruit, another bird is witnessing. Tam jeva karma padavim anuvartamanaha tapatriyopshamanaya vayam bhajema. So, and baby in the womb, he prays to the Lord. Oh, mighty Lord, you are witnessing all of our activities. Tam jeva karma padavim anuvartamanaha. And I am going through all these miseries starting from the womb of my mother, but please protect me. Tapatraya upshamaya vayam bhajema. I worship you. Likewise, baby prays from the starting from the womb itself. So here again, one more analogy is giving. When the citizen of the state may be in the miseries for want of sufficient supervision by the state authority, but how can it be possible that citizen understood that the jiva citizen suffers from the citizen suffers from other citizens while the chief of the state is personally present? So this is again one more question. When the king is present in front of him, how can the people do mistakes and do crimes and they will be put up into the jail? It is their deep desire. They want to do it, overcome the loss of the government or loss of the Vedic injunctions like living entities in a high level. So this is one analogy. From another point of view, it is understood that Jiva, a living entity, is qualitatively one with the Lord, and thus his knowledge in the pure state of life cannot be covered by the nescience, especially in the presence of the Supreme Lord. Then, when he is pure and when he is also associating with the Lord, how can he act like that? How can he be covered by the illusion and the nescience? This is also one kind of question. This is again going into that deep into that desires of the living entity. How then that does the living entity become subjected to the ignorance and covered by the influence of Maya? The Lord is the Father and protector of every living entity, and He is known as the Bhotabhrut, or the maintainer of the living entities. He is the Bhatta Bhokta Maheshwaraha. Why then should the living entity be subjected to so many sufferings and misfortunes? It should not be so. But actually, we see that it happens everywhere. This question is therefore put forward by Vidras for solution. So it is the desire of a living entity. Desires must be purified. He needs to, first of all, divert all material desires to spiritual desires, to render service to the Lord. So this is the main point. This is where all the living entities, they're going against the Vedic injunctions, against the will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is where they will be entangled. Of course, we also came in the past lives. If you look at our past, we are also doing because I like it, I want to do it in such a way. We were also acting like that. But later on, when we come in contact with Krishna consciousness, we see now the people are other side. Why they are not doing like that, like us, what we are doing. They are not trying it. So these are our reflections. We have crossed the line, they are still yet to cross the line. And what is our duty? Is to give the knowledge. Okay. These are the few reflections. So Vidura wanted to know all this from Maitreya Rishi. भगवान् एक एव एष सर्वक्षेत्रेषु अवस्थितः अमुष्य दुर्भगत्वं वा क्लेशो वा कर्मभिः कुतः. Okay, these are the intelligent questions. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. We are at 7 o'clock. We shall move to the Damodarastakam. So today our Damodarastakam Kirtan by Javed Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. So when you are ready, Mataji, kindly start the Kirtan. And the other devotees, if you are doing key lamp offerings, kindly turn on the videos. When you are ready, Mataji, please. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भ्राजमनम् नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भ्राजमनम् यशोदाभियोलुखलाधवमानम् परं कृष्णम् अत्यन्ततो धृतगोप्या रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं लुजन्तम् कराम्भोजयुग्मेन शातङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकं पात्रिरेखाककण्ठ स्थितग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिबधम् इति द्रक्ष्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम् तदीयेषिताग्निषु भक्तेर्जितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सतावृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षं वदिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेशादपीहा इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्य वीरास्तां किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्भोजमत्यन्तनीले वृतं कुण्ठलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बारक्तं धरं मे मनस्य विरास्तामलां लक्ष्यलभे नमो देवदामोदर अनन्त विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्या ते दिनं बतानु ग्रहणेश मामज्ञां यद्यक्षिदृश्य कुबेरात्मजाौ मूर्तैव यद्वा त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभजौ कृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयाच न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरे हा नमस्ते स्तुताम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदराय यथा विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयाय प्रियायै नमोऽनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भ्राजमनम् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, very beautiful Mataji. Good. Thank you so much. Would you like to read the translation, Mataji, please?
To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind her, by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines of a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound not with ropes, but with his pure mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bal Gopala in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you, O Damodar, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me. By showering your glance of mercy upon me, deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. O Lord Damodar, just as the 2 sons of Kuvera, Manigriv and Nalkuvara, were delivered from the curse of Narad and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodar, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Javed Mataji. So beautifully sung. And thank you for showing the mantra with the lamp offering. Thank you so much, Dinashrestha Mataji and Meenakshi Mataji. Very beautiful. So beautiful. So that is from Damodarastakam. Okay, so shall move on to the next Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today letter to Jagadisha, November 28, 1970, Bombay. So can I request any another unallocated devotee to read this letter, please?
Prabhuji, I can try. Prabhuji, yes.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. My dear Jagdisha, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 17th November 1970, and I'm so much enthused to understand how nicely you are distributing our books. Actually, these two books, Krishna Book and Nectar of Devotion, are revolutionary to your country. Not only your country, but all over the world. Nobody has any clear idea of God. In hopelessness, they declare that God is dead. So these books will supply clear idea of God. Not only that, but anyone who will read this Krishna book in two parts, Nectar of Devotion, and if possible, teachings of Lord Chaitanya, I'm sure he cannot go away from becoming a devotee of Krishna. So try to push our books, especially Bhagavad Gita as it is, TLC, Krishna, and Nectar of Devotion, backed by a regular supply of magazines and regular performance of Sankirtan. Then I'm sure Krishna consciousness movement will go forward without any hindrance. You have a strong governing body, all determined to push forward this movement, and I'm sure of success in the future. As you're a member of the governing body, I wish to draw your attention to the fact that 10,000 Krishna books and 5,000 Nectar of Devotion were recently published. So the price of these books alone come to the point of about $100,000. If 50% even were collected, then it would have been 50,000. The present arrangement is that all book collection goes to Dai Nippon firm in Japan, but so far money transferred there is only 21,000. That is 1/4 of the gross value. I think $50,000 at least should have been deposited there by this time. If I'm not wrong in my calculation, you can talk this matter amongst yourselves, especially Karandara, and do the needful. I'm sure Krishna will be accepted all over the world. In India also, we are getting good response. Practically, men are becoming life members just by seeing this book. We have no other asset at the present moment. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Any comments, Mataji, from this letter?
Yes, so from the very main paragraph above, he's saying that the books, he has so much firm the faith, and he knows that these three books, especially the Krishna, Nectar of Devotion, teachings of Lord Chaitanya, they will touch people's heart, and they will then convert to come into Krishna consciousness. So he's really pressing for those books to be distributed widely in all the countries, not just America or anywhere else, but just widely throughout the world, because he knows that those three books has a power to pull the people to Krishna consciousness. So he's stressing about that. And then also that that they will have success in future. The movement won't go without any hindrance, but it needs to be backed up by the usual thing, which is the regular performance of Sankirtan. So he's just saying that don't just push on the books, always back it up with the Sankirtan. And then there is this admin stuff that he's talking about, that they're short of money, they should just just manage the funds properly and make sure that they owe whatever debt is owed, they pay that. And then he's saying that the Krishna book especially is making people life members. Just by reading, they're becoming life members. So he's very happy with that. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Prabhuji, for that. And you can fill the rest, please. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nicely explained. Any other comments, devotees, from this letter? Okay, so this is what Prabhupada's the main mission is distribution of the books. It will change the entire world, revolutionary to the entire world, to your country, not only your country, but all over the world. That's why everyone, Nachitat small manusheshu kasyadmi priyakruttamaha. So he is the most dearest person to me, whoever is spreading this Krishna consciousness. Likewise, Krishna says that happens by distributing the books. Distribution of books is not that much easy also. One has to face so many difficulties in this life. That's why Krishna says that person who is doing by crossing all these obstacles and impediments is most dear to me. Okay, so this knowledge is given in different parts like the Krishna's pastimes and teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Nectar of Devotion, Bhagavad Gita as it is, all these books. They give the same knowledge but in a different dimensions. So one has to see different pots of honey, how to taste, how this honey is like, how this honey looks like that. They're all honey but different tastes. Okay, they all nourish the body in a similar way, nourish the consciousness. Okay, so one has to have strong governing body, all determined to push forward this moment, and I'm sure of success in the future. Okay, so that one, it must be keep going on irrespective of whatever happens. It must be keep going on. Just we act as a instruments. Okay, so that is from this Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so today is the preaching practice session again, by Jayavad Mataji at 8 p.m. Okay, that is our upcoming event. And the devotees, if you got any other updates or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. Otherwise, we shall conclude and continue the further japa. Okay, we shall conclude. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
eva
kripa
cha
sindhuva
paritanam
evascha
bhavanebhyo
patitanam pavanebhyo
vaishnavebhyo
vaishnavebhyo
namo
namo namaha. Ananta Koti
Bhagavato
Vaishnavinda ki jai.
Vaishnavindaki jai.
Samveta Bhaktavinda
Srila
ki jai. Nitai
Prabhupada
Gaur
ki
Premanande.
jai.
Hari Hari Bol.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna
Prabhuji. Thank you, all
consciousness.
devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर